Hi, I'm going to show you how to create a simple formula to calculate cumulative time, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you in Microsoft Excel how to graph magnitude versus cumulative time. If you've done formulas before, you're already past this point, but if you've never done them or you weren't really sure what was happening when one of your peers showed you how to use formulas, I just want to sort of walk through how they work. For the very first row, the total time that passed from the start of the experiment is exactly the same as the recurrence time. So you started the experiment and it took 4.0 seconds in this case. So I'm going to just say, okay, the value that shows up in cell E5 is the one that is in B5. So I'm just going to click on B5, hit return, and it gives me the same value. Unfortunately, if I just copied and pasted that down, and I'll go ahead and do that just to show you what would happen. Let's just hit a couple. You can see that it's just looking to the recurrence time and it's just copying over the recurrence time. So that is not what we want. Instead, we need to create a simple formula that says, okay, by the time event 1 happened, it happened 4.0 seconds after the beginning of the experiment. So that much time has already passed. After event 1, it took 3.99 seconds before event 2 happened. So the total time that passed is, let's see, that's 8.05 seconds passed. So we should get, when we add those two together and hit return, 8.05, and we do. Because we created a formula, and I should point out here, it's a relative formula, so it will, if you put that formula and copy it into other cells, it is saying that if you put this formula in a given cell, it will look to the cell above it and add the cell that is, 3 rows to its left. So I'm going to go ahead and hit return again. So we have 8.05. And you could either copy and paste that cell, or what's neat in both Excel and Sheets is that if you roll over that lower left corner where you can see that highlighted green section and you click and drag, it will copy and paste that value or that formula all the way down. So you can see by the end of this, we've got 137 seconds have passed. So now we have magnitude versus cumulative time. Now the tricky part about Excel is that when you go ahead and select columns, it will assume, and I'll show you what's about to happen here. Let's say I just selected those two columns and I say, I want to graph those. I would say insert, scatter plot. This looks like a great scatter plot. However, we want it to have cumulative time on the x-axis and magnitude on the y-axis. So no matter how we play with this, you can go in, if you're experienced with Excel, and mess with the settings in order to switch those axes. But what's actually just a lot simpler, so you don't have to mess with all that, I will show you. I will delete that chart. I could have left it there, but I'm just going to show you what to do instead. So before you create the chart, take your magnitude values. I'm going to go ahead and slide on down here. I'm going to copy them. I just hit Control-C. Or actually, let me just do it right-click, copy. Now I want it to be to the right of the cumulative time graph. And hopefully you saw what I just did. I'm not going to do it again, but I'll right-click. There are a whole bunch of paste options. You could have just said paste. But you want to make sure that you're just pasting values. Just in case the column that you're copying from has a formula in it and you just want the values, just stick with the values. So anyway, we just copied and pasted that magnitude column, put it right next to the cumulative time column, and now if we select those two columns, what you'll see, so I have to go up here, insert, chart, scatter chart, and that is what we want to see. So now on the x-axis we have cumulative time that's gone by. On the y-axis we have magnitude, and that is more like what we want to see. So you can go back to the video that I had earlier on creating, in which I explain how you can, first of all, it's easy to edit this, but if you don't have set x and y axis labels, you can just add the chart element over here. And I already explained how to do that. Or you can actually just go right here and add the chart element there. And that's where you can add your axis titles if you want to do it that way. And let's go ahead and I'll just click on that. So then you can just edit those and you've got your chart all ready to go. So I hope that helps. The only real addition to what we did in the past, well, there are two additions, I guess. The first one is creating and copying a formula. And then second, to make Excel graph the way that we want it to graph, it's just easiest to copy and paste one of your columns to the right so that you now get your x-axis to the left, your y-axis to the right. That's what Excel likes. Like I said, you could go in and mess with the data, but it's just not worth it. It's just far easier just to make that little change, and it's sort of cheating it a little bit, but you get the sort of graph that you want. I hope that helps. If you do have any questions, though, let me know.